This is Dee Dee from Haunted Curiosities. This is part 3. And I'm here with Jesse, and we were just talking about the once a year, I guess, get together that the different vampire types would have and how one person would be set free. And you were saying, and I was wondering too, if you set someone free, aren't they going to go and tell?
I don't know. I don't understand why, like I told you before, why they couldn't talk.
Okay.
I felt kind of strange myself.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to leave from there, and I couldn't leave. I just wanted to stay there. I don't know why, because I used to... My thinking wasn't my thinkings. It was...
I see what you're saying.
Some kind of a spell or something was going on there.
So after... Yeah, because I remember you telling me after you cleaned the stables, they didn't give you other jobs because... I guess that people don't know. You were actually on that farm for 4 years.
Yes, I was.
You were 4 years, and you've lost everything you have. You have nothing. But as you know, gradually they would also send you to stores to pick stuff up for them. But even though you were off the farm and you were alone, you still could not run if you wanted to. Is that right?
If I tell you, one time I go to the supermarket.
Okay.
It was kind of 20 minutes.
Okay.
Away from this place. I was thinking, but I couldn't think exactly what I was going to do. It was incredible. I just went to the supermarket. I tried to write a letter to the cashier lady. I couldn't.
To tell her what?
To tell her at least
that
there was a place that they were killing the people. They were vampires. But I think she was not going to really understand.
Yeah, and they probably would think you're crazy, too, if you go, there's a vampire place. They're going to be like, yeah, right, man.
So I just thought I'd go back.
Because you couldn't leave, could you?
I couldn't. It was just something in my head that I think I had to go back.
So, let me tell you, it wasn't fear, though. Something was actually preventing you. Like, because you told me when you went to write the letter saying you had been kidnapped, your fingers wouldn't work.
Yeah, I just couldn't write.
And if you tried to run, you just couldn't do it.
I couldn't. My thinkings, it was not me thinking. It was, when I used to work for them, I used to do exactly what they used to tell me. And just do it and don't say no. I couldn't say no. I could never say no. I don't know why. Now,
you still had your own thoughts and your own feelings, but you couldn't act upon them. Is that accurate to say?
That's accurate to say.
That is amazing. Now, how were you set free?
Well, one day they put me to work for them. I used to go to groceries for them. I used to do stables. I used to anything they used to tell me. Anything they used to tell me. I don't know why they did it. But once a year, like I told you, they say want people free. And I just saw, and there was a vampire named Shine was his name. And I just met him. And he just told me I was going to work for them.
So he voted you to be set free.
He did.
And now I know there's something that he has a child on the farm, which he doesn't talk about. I can't get him to talk about it. I know you yourself don't know too much about it either, but the child is... half human, half vampire.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And you did something nice for the child, or the child took a liking to you, and this is why he voted to have you gone?
I don't really want to tell you what happened.
Okay.
If really I tell you right now what happened, I'm scared that anything could happen to me right now.
Okay. I believe that, because he is very private about the child. And I know there's something going on there that, it's just not talked about, because I know that VM has a lot to do with that.
Especially his son, don't talk to nobody. I don't know, one time he tried to tell me something, but he talked to me about his father didn't like for him to talk to nobody.
Yeah.
So I really don't want to get into that, because I still don't live normal. I have a rough life,
Uh-huh. Well, Shine, he did bring you here, and we are trying to, help you out, and we're going to. And you do know, from what Shine has told me, that if you are one of the lucky ones to pick to be let go, there isn't anything that they can do to you. You're done. You're done with whatever.
I tell you that after all those years me living over there is and trust me, I can't just go by myself nowhere.
Yeah.
I gotta tell whoever to go with me, to drive for me. My nerves are bad. I even had to see psychiatrist.
Well, when you see the psychiatrist, you probably can't tell them that you were on a vampire farm, can you? So do you get the actual real help you need for the stress, or?
I really try to tell him something like that I was in a place. He said that I was lying.
Yeah.
So I didn't really tell him no more. I just stopped there. I told them that my nerve was too bad, and they give me some medications, but it make me hallucinate.
Yeah.
In the night times, and that's bad because I think somebody's gonna catch me.
Well, they're not. I did talk to Shine about it, and they're not. And you got to understand, psychiatrists and stuff, like if you go to them and you tell them a story like this, you can't expect them to believe you, because they're not going to. They're just not. So you have to, as hard as it is, because I know there's a lot more for you to tell about some of the things you've seen.
Yes.
And we're not going to get into it today, because I can tell that you are upset about it. But sometimes talking about it can help. It can help if you talk about it. And I know you're very, do you need tissue? You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this short. But, I do want to let you know that, Shine is not going to let anything, happen to you. If he is the one that voted to have you go free, from what I understand, as of yesterday, he's done that before, and nothing has ever happened to those people. Yes, I do know that a lot of them don't get along, and you've seen that yourself. You've seen some pretty wicked things, but we're going to give you a break and let you, get yourself together, and we'll tape some more of this, and we're going to learn about some of the horrific things that went on inside of that farm.
Yeah, I just want to know, for people who know that this really exists, and just don't cover it up no more. Whoever knows about this, just tell.
Well, I think that you're going to be okay. Like I said, I think that talking about it helps, and maybe we'll put you on a radio show, and let people ask you some questions or whatever. But first, let's do the video, because I think you're just more comfortable with this right now, because I know it does make you nervous. So I'm glad to have you here, and for those of you who want more information, you can go to www.hauntedcuriosities.com. We have a forum and a chat. You can get on the forum. We will post this, and you guys can leave your comments and any questions that you might have. Thank you, Jesse. I'm glad that you've come on today. You have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.